Ayasatirtham. And the swan is considered to be the highest of the birds. Therefore it is called Paramhansa. Example is given to the Hansa. Hansa means swan. Supreme Hansa. French artists are famous all over the world. What is that famous artist's name?
Claude Monet? Picasso. No, he's Spanish.
Leonardo?
Huh?
Leonardo da Vinci?
He's Italian.
Yeah, it is said that he was a very poor man. So he painted in a fruit shop grapes. And the
Cézanne.
So the crows came to pick up the grapes, and the king was passing. He picked up. Who is that artist? He became a rich man in association. No, I have seen that in that hall. So first class picture. I have never seen such nice picture. Exactly life.
The book glorifying the Russian ideals, he's thrown out of the country.
You see, it is a country. People are not bad, I think. They are very nice. The government, the rascal, the few men who are controlling the government, they are all rogues and thieves. The same thing in India. Everywhere, the mass population, they are innocent. These rascals made them misleading. In Russia I have seen the mass people, they are very nice. They are innocent. In India also, the Pakistan happened due to these politicians, otherwise Hindus, Muslims, they are innocent. They don't fight. These politicians engage them to fight artificial for their political ambition. The wars also declared nowadays on account of the rascal politicians. The people do not want it. To the Indian railway strike, have you got any news?
I think it ceased.
Huh?
I think
It
it
ceased
ended.
the other day.
They made some agreement with the union.
Government made agreement.
Yeah, they made some compromise with the union.
It seems that the government had arrested all of the union leaders.
Huh.
And this paralyzed the workers' appeal. So the workers finally agreed to go back. They put many thousands of union leaders into jail.
Huh?
They put many thousands of union leaders into jail.
It was right.
Did in such a way that crops can be grown anywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Can crops be grown anywhere in the world?
If it does not grow, then what is nature's arrangement?
For example, there are some parts in India that are too dry to cultivate the ground.
Dry means there is no rain. If nature's like that, can be profuse rain. That is nature's handmaid. That is stated in the Bhagavad Gita. Pajjannat anna sambhava. Pajjannat. You must have sufficient rain. And for having sufficient rain, you must execute jagga. Jaggat bhavanti pajjanna. So these people are now becoming rascals. They are not performing jaggas. They are opening slaughterhouse. How there will be rain? Instead of performing jaggas, they are opening big slaughterhouse.
I think now in many parts of the world the desert is increasing.
Huh?
The desert
Yes,
is increasing.
desert will increase.
So under the present conditions, it's necessary to transport food. At least for the time being, we don't have the possibility of growing food anywhere and everywhere. So some transportation of food is required.
Where you get for transportation if there is no grain? If you say there is no hope of producing food grain, then where is the chance of transportation?
Well, in some areas, there is.
Somewhere. If somewhere it is produced, in other place also it can be produced. You perform jagga, Sankirtan jagga, you get enough food. Jaggat bhavanti pajjanya, pajjanyat anna sambhava, annat bhavanti bhutani. So in Switzerland there are many slaughterhouses also. Many?
Some time ago I read in the papers that they had so much milk and so much butter that the government proposal was
Kill all
Kill
the
the
animals.
cows.
Oh, listen. They will not give to others.
the farmers were complaining that their prices weren't competitive as there was so much milk.
The price is the standard, not that goods are required. They want money
Oh, yeah.
for purchasing wine. This is the difficulty. They are not satisfied simply by eating sufficient. They want money for woman and wine. This is their philosophy.
That was in the United States. That the same problem was there, that the prices that were all going up. Everything was having inflation.
So, if they had sense, they should have exported where there is necessity of this milk, butter, grain. Then the world will be happy.
That was my question. If there's necessity for exporting, then there's necessity for maintaining ships and trains and means of communication, employing workers, electrical dynamos for running all
Now,
this.
point is, if in one place you can produce food grains, butter and milk, why not other place? That is my point. The land is everywhere the same. If one place, now here in Europe and America, there is enough production because the population is less. The whole America is bigger than India at least 4 times, and the population is not even half. What is the population, whole America?
200 million.
And India,
500 million.
Almost
600, 600
you
million.
see? And the land is 4 times more than India, at least. Therefore you find excess. You see? Otherwise India is also producing. No, India is not producing, it is not utilizing all the land.
If they are so sinful here, Srila Prabhupada,
Huh?
if the people here are so sinful, how is it that they have so many nice facilities? It will go away soon,
Yeah.
very soon.
Yes. As they increase their sinful activities, these facilities will be taken. Therefore we propose that everything belongs to Krishna. And we are all sons of Krishna, just cooperate. And Krishna consciousness, then the whole world will be happy. This is our purpose. Why do you think it is American, it is Swiss, it is Indian? Everything belongs to Krishna. Let us become obedient to Krishna, and because we are sons of Krishna, let us enjoy the property of Krishna. Immediately there will be happiness. I have several times said that still the whole world can produce so much grains and foodstuff, 10 times of the population can be fed, 10 times. In Africa, in Australia, and even in America, so much prospect of producing food. But they will not cooperate. They will kill the animal, they will throw the grain to the sea and claim it is my land, it is my property.
Then they complain about scarcity.
Yeah.
Then they complain scarcity.
For money. So rascal civilization is going on. Therefore I challenge that man, where is your brain? There is no brain. You remember that?
From the International Labor Organization.
There is no brain.
Prabhupada, in a recent study by U.S. agricultural officials, they found that it's really uneconomical to eat meat. It takes so much energy and man hours to raise and transport and slaughter the cows. It makes it very wasteful.
Wasteful. Their prices, they have no brain. All the rascals, rascal leaders. A little labor in agriculture will be sufficient to produce the family's foodstuff for the whole year. You can stop. You work only 3 months and you get sufficient food for your whole family. And last 9 months you chant Hare Krishna. But these rascals will not do that. They will work hard like ass simply for eating. Nunam pravatta kurute vikarma jadindriya pritaya prinoti. They will not accept easy life.
In that agricultural report, it said that if they were to eat all the grains that they gave to the cows and animals, they could get 20 times more calories than by eating meat.
Yeah. Wrong civilization, rascal civilization. And this is due to this rascal nationalism. This is my land. And at any moment he will be kicked out, still he claims it is mine. Aham mameti janasamoho ayam aham mameti. This is the illusion. Nothing belongs to him, still he is fighting. This is mine. This is mine. I and mine. And identifying himself with this body, I, and wrongly conceiving that this is mine. This is the basic principle of wrong civilization. Both things are. Nothing belongs to him. Suppose I have come here in Switzerland. If I remain here for 1 month and I claim, this is mine. What is it? Similarly, I come as guest. Everyone comes as guest in the womb of his mother and lives here for 50 years. He is claiming it is mine. When it became yours? The land was a long time before your birth. How it became yours? But they have no sense. It's mine. A fight. My land, my nation, my family, my society. In this way. Wasting time. these things have been introduced by these Western rascals. There in the Vedic civilization, there is no such thing as nationality. Won't find. Have you seen in the Bhagavad Gita any word of nationality? No such thing. This is the original ideas of the tribes. In the jungle, there are, just like in Africa, there are still groups of tribes. This is most crude idea of civilization, nationality. This is tribalism. It is nothing but development of the tribalism. And eating also the same. They are not advanced in civilization. This nationalism is another form of tribalism, that's all.
They're actually just cannibals because they maintain themselves on eating the cow.
Yes.
They think it's so horrible to eat another person.
And they're suffering. Therefore, you'll find in the recent history, every 25 years there is a big war, slaughter, mass slaughtering of the people. How nature will tolerate. Now India has learned, imitated the Western countries. Now there is war between India and Pakistan. Otherwise there was no such thing. During two wars between the Pakistan and Hindustan, unnecessarily, without any profit, millions of people were killed.
Just recently, India exploded an atomic bomb, and now Pakistan is hurrying to get an atomic bomb also.
Yeah.
They promised it would be only for peaceful purposes.
Huh?
The government promised it would be only for peaceful purposes.
What do they know about peaceful condition? They're all rascals. They do not know what is peaceful condition.
Actually,
peaceful condition is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhokaram jagatavasam sarvaloka maheswaram suridam sarvabhuta gyatyam ham shantimichet. This is peace. Unless there is Krishna consciousness, where is this peacefulness? They cannot be. All rascals. Mudha. Ramanga duskitanam mudha prapadante. These rascals and fools, maya, apuritagyana, lost of all knowledge, how they can be peace? We are useless. What is this?
Embracing. Man, woman, and child is there too.
Merge.
Merge into one.
Merging.
Brahma realizes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
We can turn back.
This way or that way?
This way is alright.
Very nice.
In that ancient tribal system, there was some form of religiosity. There was some form of worship of God. The so-called modern civilization doesn't even maintain that.
Yes. That develops consciousness is being used for sense gratification. They have taken up sense gratification is the highest thing of hedonism. What is that? Hedonism.
Hedonism means to eat, sleep, and be merry.
Yes, sir.
when I was in school, I read that when the British went to Africa to colonize, the first thing they did in the north, there was a tribe called the Ashanti tribe, and the symbol of religion was an axe. Whoever possessed that axe was the leader. So the first thing they did was to import thousands and thousands of axes, and they distributed them to everyone. And this way, they destroyed the religious sentiment and then introduced their own system.
Who first started this colonization? Britishers or the Spaniards?
It was a Britisher.
Spaniards were, I think,
Portuguese.
earlier.
Portuguese, because they had very small land.
They were navigators.
To find out some place.
The boy didn't realize the potency of your answer last night. He was asking how to fight fascism. You were saying by chanting and dancing. But factually, by setting the example is the greatest way to fight all these
Maya.
melodies.
Maya. Yes, we are fighting with this Maya civilization.
Because they can fight with guns, but afterwards neither one of them knows how to set an exemplary life. So they just keep fighting with guns.
Gun or without gun, you will die. The fascist will die and the other party also will die. Gun or without gun. You cannot exist. But our fight is to stop death. Tattadehang purarjanmanaiti mamiti. Our fight is for this purpose. No more death. This is real fight. What is your fight? You may save yourself for 2 years or 3 years or 10 years, but you have to die. You have no such program not to die. But here is the program. No more death.
They have one program. They're freezing bodies.
That is another nonsense.
Then they will defrost them in 50 or 100 years.
All future programs.
They have never done that, have they?
Well, there are people in the refrigerator now.
Huh?
There are people who have voluntarily put themselves in a big block of ice. They were told before they went inside that they would be defrosted in about 50 years.
Then what will do?
They should take a few out now and see if it works.
No, that can be done. The yogic process, this is called kumbhak. Samadhi. You stop your breathing and you can keep yourself for thousands of years. There is the kumbhak. But this art is known by the frogs also.
By the frogs?
Yes. Automatically, there was a news that in the coal mine, all of a sudden, a frog came out. And it was estimated that because the coal is formed by the ruins, so when there was ruins, at least 10,000 years ago, during the ruins, the frog was encased. And it formed coal. Still he was living. That means he lived at least for 10,000 years. So Brahma lives for 10 millions of years. So what is it? They are also condemned. Brahma bhuvana lokan punaravata. Krishna says, what is the use of going to the Brahman? Even if you live for millions of years, you will have to die. Jadgatyana nivartanti tad dhamam paramam. But if you come to me, you will never have to die. Our struggle is for that purpose. Alpavattu phalam tesham tad bhavati albami. For these things, those who are trying, they are less intelligent. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama.
He's got one arm, and he's running to keep healthy.
Yeah. In the morning, you begin fishing, he's walking, golfing, no engagement. These poor fellows, they have been not informed that there is better engagement. They do not know. This is their civilization. And here, Krishna conscious young men, they are chanting Hare Krishna. That is the difference. They appreciate the Krishna conscious boys, bright faces, they say. The priests and the common gentlemen, they say. And they inquire, are you Americans? They see it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Come and see in our Los Angeles temple, inevitable, how these younger boys and girls are sitting so peacefully, look so nice. Is it not? Everywhere go, all hellish. Hellish, the same boys, the same girls. It's a fact. Just the counterpart of our society is the hippie. Frustrated, all disappointed, mad. They should come forward now to cooperate with this movement. The other day, somebody came to solve the problems of the hippies.
Oh, in Rome?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, in Rome? Desmond O'Grady?
Yeah. As soon as you suggested, chant Hare Krishna, he left.
Oh, that was
That was here
The
in
drug
Geneva,
worker.
the drug man
the social worker.
Yes.
with the long hair.
So, he did not like the idea?
Didn't think it was very practical.
He thinks it works, but not all the time.
Hmm?
He thinks it works for some people, but not for all people.
And all people, any good thing, it is meant for some people, not for all people. But if there is an ideal class of men, the others will follow. Jewel is always costly. Still everyone has fast if I get a jewel. That is wanted. Not that everybody can possess jewel, but still everybody will appreciate jewel.
There are a lot of people who don't accept it because they think maybe it's another imitation jewel. Maybe I'll get cheated again.
So why don't you become once more cheated? You have been cheated so many times. Why not try this also? If that is his argument, that means you have been cheated so many times. So why not once more? And see whether it is cheating or reality. That sense will not come. Oh, I have been cheated so many times, therefore I shall not take. Now why not become once more cheated and see the value? The example, as I say sometimes, चोरेरों को राग करे भुए भात खावा. That he lost his utensils several times. The thief stole it. Therefore he promised, now I shall take my food on the ground. I shall not purchase any more utensils. What is this? Is bathing place or?
This is where they go water skiing. Water skiing.
Water skiing?
Yes. They stand on two pieces of wood and they hold onto a rope, and a fast boat pulls them along the water.
Oh.
Like that.
Like your safar?
Surfing, yeah, similar.
Surfing. Surfing or suffering? Unnecessarily. Whole day and night there. This is also another example of Maya. He is actually suffering, but he is thinking, enjoying. It always remains calm and quiet. There is no wave.
Sometimes.
Huh?
In the morning it's very calm.
This is just lake though.
But there cannot be any big waves.
No,
There are no tides.
not like ocean. They're importing dogs in India now, I think.
Ah.
European dogs.
First of all, they are importing European masters. Now they are importing dogs. Now they have to import European Brahmins. Yes. Because in India all the Brahmins are now finished. So for their ritualistic ceremony, they will have to import from Europe, America. Long ago, not long ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, I wrote to Japan. Communists are then making That the state is the proprietor of everything. So what is the harm accepting God is the proprietor of everything? What is the harm? He is giving up his own right. The state is the proprietor. So why not make God is the proprietor? What is the harm? And actually God is the proprietor. Now this lake, it is not made by the state, it's made by God. They are claiming this is Swiss lake. What is that?
Geneva Lake.
Geneva lake. And a few steps forward, a French lake. Either to the French or Geneva, it does not belong. It belongs to God. It's a proof. Why don't you say God's lake?
Here's the thing. We could propose then that they change the name, but I think they might be afraid it would drive away the tourists.
Yeah. Hare Nama,